Hello and to the Hope Hotline. Welcome, everybody, to the Hope Hotline.
Woohoo.
Yeah, it's a great day. It's a happy day. It's a Friday.
It is.
Friday.
I know. Oh, my gosh. You would think that having Monday off would make me so excited for Friday.
Yeah.
But I am. Because you know what I did on Monday?
What?
Tell us.
Pretty much nothing.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nada.
I did something in the morning.
Okay.
I worked in the morning, but after that, I was off.
Good for you.
I'm
Hope.
actually thinking tomorrow. I have a couple things that I have to do, and the rest of the day, I'm doing nothing. I even put a
Wow.
bathing suit on, people.
Wow.
What? You had shorts on like 3 weeks ago,
Yep.
and now you're wearing a bathing suit?
That
Well, it's at my
is-
house, so hello. But I was out by the pool.
Wow.
I didn't go in it, but I was out by it.
That is
That's-
special.
It is pretty impressive.
I'm impressed.
I went to the wet fest or our summer. Or what's that? What was that thing called? Our summer bash.
Summer bash.
I was in shorts then too.
Wow. I'm shocked.
I know.
It's a new,
My legs are bad, but they're not as bad.
It's a new season.
it is.
So 3 years later,
What makes them so bad? What?
cellulite. Cellulite, girl. Disgusting.
I get it.
My arms were full of cellulite. My legs were full of not so much anymore.
Listen.
3 years later.
Exactly.
3 years later. Commitment and consistency pays off in everything.
It really does.
In the spiritual realm, in
Everything.
the worldly realm.
Everything. It's almost like it's biblical.
Almost.
Almost.
It's as if God told us to do it.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Pays off, people.
It does.
I mean, I'm not saying my legs look like they were when I was in my 20s. But
Yeah.
they definitely look like they did after I had children.
Talking about legs, I found a spider vein.
I've had plenty of this.
What are we
Sorry.
doing with that?
So I looked into a vein specialist.
For one spider vein?
Yes.
Isn't there another way?
Absolutely. And they like inject something.
I know. It's a saline into your legs to,
And then
to
it
make
like
them.
clears it up. Mm-hmm. I think I'm
It's
going
like
to do
a
it.
tattoo, if you
Yeah.
will, inside your vein.
I think I'm going
What?
to do it.
Wait, what do you mean it's a
For
tattoo?
one spider vein?
But I
your
think it's
vein.
because it
Oh,
will grow
girl.
into a varicose vein. I
No,
don't wanna-
it will not. I have them on my thighs. Trust me.
I need to understand.
They will
I
not.
need to understand that. So they put saline, like the
It's like a saline.
into the vein.
and then
Yes.
it turns it not
And
blue.
it
Clear.
clears it up
Yeah.
somehow.
Is it fixing it or is it just
So I think
superficial?
I think it fixes it.
It does fix it.
Oh.
Like varicose veins are ones that protrude. That's not what's going to happen. You need to know.
I'll show you my vein and then you let me know.
Yes, I will. I will. I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. I can be a doctor right
You're
now.
a professional.
I'm a pro. I am a physician at this very moment. A varicose vein specialist. I was at the cardiovascular doctor yesterday.
Oh.
Or not for me.
That sounds
For
like,
somebody else.
But that sounds like a professional.
And I did read a poster on the board talking about varicose veins.
She's a professional. You better listen to her.
There are different
will.
kinds, and
Okay.
yours is easy peasy, baby.
Okay.
You haven't even seen it yet.
No, but you should have seen what I saw on that poster.
Ooh, I can only imagine.
Lumpy bumpies, scary, scary, scary. Like a spider vein is flat. There's no
okay.
like structural indentation.
Do you want to see my vein right now?
Sure. The doctor is in.
We need to get to the bottom of this because if
Just crossing your
what
legs
if it
too
gets,
much.
What if it gets worse? Oh, really? From
Oh, that's not a varicose. That's not a. Well, one of them you might need to get looked at.
that's why she's being quiet the whole time.
Okay, that's not what I got. That could grow into something. You might have a problem. Based on what I saw.
Hope was certain until she wasn't certain.
That's not a spider. That is a varicose. Oh gosh.
Okay. Is there a way we can do it yourself at home? Is there a
That is going to need more. That's going to need more than saline. That saline is not going to solve that problem. I have tears running down my face.
Look what you did.
My professional opinion is see a doctor.
Does it look like the one on the map on the poster? Yes.
Not as bad.
Okay.
Okay, I feel validated.
But it could
validated.
evolve into something else. I'd pray that sucker away. Oh my gosh. Holy macaronies.
Wow. Here we are.
I'll show you mine.
Okay.
And
Because I
then you're
showed you
gonna see the
mine,
difference.
so it's only fair that you show me yours.
I have to pull mine in my
Exactly.
pants for that. So we're going to do that later.
Oh my gosh.
That's something, girl.
That's crazy.
It's not bad. It's not dangerous.
No.
But
I think it is from crossing my legs.
Yeah. Oh, I do all
Always.
the time.
It's always even my spider. And it's listen, I'm not saying like like hereditary and stuff like that. I don't believe in that. But it is hereditary.
I don't believe in that stuff, but it is. It's definitely Friday.
Yeah, it's just like stretch marks. Stretch marks.
Not hereditary.
Even though I
but
don't
they
believe
are.
in them. Even though I don't believe in it.
Don't believe in them.
If you believe in it, it is.
It's true.
If you don't,
Power of
it's
your
not.
imagination. Oh my
man.
gosh.
So I didn't know not to believe in it. That's how come it happened to me. Oh my gosh.
New insecurity unlocked.
We're
Oh my
literally.
God.
Now I'm like, do I have any?
Oh my gosh. That is flipping funny.
Wow. Whew. Thanks, Vanessa.
We're talking about shame
Didn't you
today.
go ahead and back? Do you have any shame?
And today's topic is shame.
Shame. We put a new level
It
of
really
shame.
is shame.
on
It really is
Vanessa.
shame.
Don't be looking at my legs on Sunday either.
I'm not going to shame you.
Please.
Hey,
Do
listen,
not ask me to show you either. Because I won't.
I'll show you mine and you show me yours.
Not happening. Oh my goodness gracious alive.
Yeah. Courtney's like, how do we move on from here?
Yeah, we're not.
I don't know if we will.
Oh my gosh. What did you say?
I don't know if we will be able to.
Who
Courtney.
said? Did
Courtney.
somebody?
Courtney
Courtney. It's not
How do you
happening,
move
girl.
on?
Mom's laughing in the chat. She loves it.
Oh goodness gracious alive. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
Okay.
I don't know what we were talking about, but why don't you give us your announcements?
Okay. I will.
And then we'll move on from there. Thank you, Vanessa, for the
You're
good laugh
welcome.
at your
I know,
expense.
I
You're
know.
welcome.
I feel
I
like I got a
appreciate
nice
you.
little ab workout in. Thank you.
I appreciate you. My
All right.
goodness.
If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Rumble, say hello in the chat. We love to hear from you. If you were laughing along with us, awesome. And if you weren't, okay.
you have no.
It's Friday.
If you're not, then you have no sense of humor.
Yeah, exactly. You might not like us. You might want to move along.
Yeah.
But yeah, we love to see you guys on here. So just make sure you say hello. We see more little eyeballs watching than we see in the chat. So if you just want to say hi, you don't have to hang out long in the chat, but just say hi so we know you're there. And again, that's Facebook, YouTube, and Rumble. And then later on, we'll have the audio podcast available as soon as I can download it and upload it. And then just for an FYI, June 3rd, we will not be here, which is next week. Believe it or not, we are moving out of May and into June. Can you believe it?
Hot dog.
Can't believe it. And then right after that, Natalie will be here. So she'll be back June 12th. So if you have questions, this is the time to send them in. Let me know, and I'll get it on the little calendar or a little agenda for her. But it will be June 12th. And if you send it on June 12th, I can't promise anything, but I will try my best to get to them. So if you want to ask during the podcast as well, we usually can try to get to them there. Just a reminder, there's no podcast in July. We're on our summer schedule. We will be returning August 7th, just in time for my women's conference. Where did that one go? Let's see, is it in here? That one? Nope. Okay. Well, let me see if I can find it. But we have our women's conference coming up. Oh, we haven't even posted a save the date yet. That's coming up next.
Yeah.
That's coming up in June too. So stay tuned for Dominion. So we'll get a little picture up. And then tonight, Pastor Tom is live on TikTok and on Instagram. So he has his Bible study. It's about an hour. So he is alive. So you can chit chat back. And if you have specific questions, Instagram is more Foundation Church friendly, and TikTok is the whole world.
Yeah.
It's an interesting to switch back and forth. I did last week. I was going back and forth between the chats, and it was funny. It's just two totally different audiences, which makes things fun. Pastor Tom loves that stuff, so it's right up his alley. But he's had some really, really great topics, and you can't see them unless you're watching live, so you better hop on. It's an hour of your time, and they are excellent. Very, very, very good topics. And I think that's all we got for today.
Ooh, do me a favor.
Yeah.
I was just looking at Instagram. You did the Foundation Church drop.
Yes, we officially have, I got it right here. We officially have our first drop. What is a drop? It is a special little puck. If you look right at the bottom and it says Foundation Church and that logo right in the middle of the lion, you will find it. It is like almost like a coaster, you would think, like you'd put in, like in a car, like those little like kind of like rubbery things. And so on the back, it'll say what to do with it. So you're going to find it, then you snap a picture when you find it, and then you're going to tag us, and then you are going to win some cash money. So these are all of the things that you have to do. These are the hints, and it is already live. It went live at 3:00. So there was an email sent, and then on Instagram and Facebook, and we need you guys to tag us on Instagram so we can easily find you. And then when you come on Sunday, come find me, and I will reward you for your find.
Yes. So that picture is a great hint.
Yes, it is.
Of where that puck.
Yes.
Well, it's not exactly where the puck is.
No.
But the area in which the puck is.
Yeah.
That's a great clue right there.
It is. And read all the hints. Read them all and think in your brain. Like close your mind and ask the Holy Spirit.
It's cash money, people.
Will guide you. Cash money.
And it's pretty good.
It's,
Do you want to tell how many?
I would be happy with it.
Yeah, do you want to tell how much?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
$200.
Cash.
Cold, hard cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the real stuff, like the stuff when they're like, oh, we're cashless society, not Foundation Church.
I could use that money
Nope.
towards the vein specialist.
Oh, you're sitting here, so you cannot.
But at 5:00, we have our youth drop.
Yeah.
That one's coming up. So, and it's going to be posted the same way. So you'll have to be watching on social media.
Do we want to tell
email.
the city that it's going to be in, just to give a little hint?
We do. We do.
And then people can be ready to know where they're going to go?
Yes.
What's the city?
It's in Northport.
Ooh. And the thing is every single week they're in a different location.
Yes.
Different city.
Yep.
Surrounding cities. So if you lived in Inglewood,
right,
there will be one in Inglewood.
Yep.
If you live in Northport, Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, that's it,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Be watching.
So it'll be fun.
Cash money.
Yeah.
Cash prize.
Mom said she's flying down right now.
I don't blame you.
She's coming to
Hey,
get
listen,
it.
$200 is like a night out with your family.
Absolutely.
To go out to dinner and have a fun night free.
It's a
and for the
tank of
summer.
gas.
Oh my gosh, that is true. For
And the
some,
gas
it
price
is.
is going down.
Yeah, they are.
Not much, but it is.
We'll see how long.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
But it is right now. $3.99.
Praise ye the Lord. But seriously, like
I know, it's
I was
true.
telling a youth person today, I was like, if you go and hunt for it, you and your friends can go out for like dinner or go get ice cream or whatever, and you can share the wealth. If all of you go and hunt
Right.
together,
Yeah.
you can share the wealth.
Yeah.
True.
So true.
And it's a free night,
Yeah.
but it's a great way to start the summer off. So
I know.
and
So fun.
And that's what Foundation Church is all about.
It is.
People having fun.
We like having fun.
We do.
So
We're so silly.
singles, adults, married, families.
Yeah.
It's not meant for just families. It's meant for, hey, listen, I know, Mike, my mom's roommate, like she'd be out there hunting. Like she should be out there hunting right now. She loves to shop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Like, you can be single and hunt and find that puck and have fun.
Absolutely.
Go with your friends.
Absolutely.
Split the money.
Absolutely.
I mean, I would if I wasn't hiding them. If I wasn't hiding them, I would.
Yeah.
So
I know. Listen, we got some people guessing where it's on Facebook or on Instagram.
don't guess. Go find.
I
But
know,
put
I
us
know.
in the car with you.
Yes.
So as you're looking,
Yeah.
have us with you.
Yeah. Yeah. Go with us.
Or us go with you.
Go. You
Yeah.
go.
We'll
with-
go with you.
We go with you. Absolutely.
That's what we're going to say.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Lots of fun. Mm-hmm. Oh, you didn't. What time does the youth one drop?
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was going to say if it was 4, you could do it, but it's not going to happen, people. It's going to be at 5.
At 4.
No, and you know it really can't happen anyway before then because it's too hard.
Okay.
It's too hard for us because we got to put that puck out
Yeah.
before other people start finding it.
Right.
It's other people can find the puck and claim the prize
Yeah.
besides Foundation Church people.
Right.
So we're trying to drop them
Yeah.
just before
Right.
the podcast and just after. So there you go.
There you go.
That's why doing it at 4 ain't gonna work.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Shame. As we shamed Vanessa, how many of us have or are currently walking in shame? You know, oh my gosh, seriously, like I made a list. I had I made ChatGPT make me a list of why people walk in shame or have shame.
Ooh, okay.
It's a long list, first of all, and boy did I relate to several of them. I was like, oh my gosh, this is true. Like it's like a list of 20 items. And some of them I thought to myself when I read, I was like, who would have thought somebody would be feeling shame over that? And then I thought to myself, I know people who have like,
Interesting.
even though I wouldn't,
Right.
like it, like everybody affects everybody differently.
True.
And I personally have walked in shame as a Christian and before I got my life back with God. And then when I was younger and there's a difference between shame, guilt, and conviction.
Yes.
100%. Yeah.
Definitely. When you become a new creature in Christ, when you get saved, all shame is gone. All condemnation is gone. There's conviction now that takes its place, which is a sweet scent from the Holy Spirit. When he gives you conviction, that's him like sweetly saying, no, no, no. And sometimes if you're hard-headed like me, the conviction gets harder and harder and harder. And it's not so sweet. It's like,
Yeah.
and I mean, I'm hard-headed, so. But shame is what a lot of believers, I think, walk in, and it's very, very dangerous.
Right.
Because it changes you as a person. It changes you as a believer.
I agree.
And you can't become all Christ has called you to be. That's like when people are always saying, what's your identity? Well, shame can be one of the things you identify as.
Right. And it keeps you stuck.
It does. And it makes you do a lot of things. Like one of the things that I learned shame can do is make you controlling. Which, hello,
Yes.
I never thought about how shame
You're
makes a person be controlling of their situations.
Yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense. Definitely.
Because you're afraid of rejection.
Right.
I mean, there are, like, you open that door and you realize how shame changes a person's personality, livelihood, not financially, like how they live. I mean, it's crazy what shame can do. I know part of it because have you not shame, like my past, I lived with shame from my past until I realized that the Lord doesn't even see it. It's as far as the east is to the west. Why am I still carrying it? If every time I bring it up to him, he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about, then why am I still carrying it? But have you guys, like, you're a good girl, Vanessa. So, like, was your shame, there was shame still, but a different way, right?
Yeah, absolutely. For me, there were a lot of years where I was just idle and, like, lukewarm at best.
That's one of the things that lists. I would have never thought that.
And there's shame associated with that because I'm like, I could have done more. If I wasn't so stuck.
But listen, when ChatGPT listed that as a believer's, I was like, but I do. I never. But Tom talks about that. Now he doesn't walk in shame, but Tom clearly, I could see how somebody would walk in shame with that though. But I never would have. I don't know.
Yeah,
Tracy.
Yeah, definitely. I think
because you were wild like me for a short period of time, but not as wild as me.
Yeah. And even just like going through a divorce too, like
That's one of the ones on the list.
Yeah, that's like another one where I had to like consciously say, like, the divorce is something that happened to me. I'm not like, because
well, it wasn't because you wanted it either.
Right, exactly. But still, like, you're a divorcee. Like, you're going through like all these things that divorced people go through, and it just feels yucky. Like, it's just like, first of all, I didn't want it, but I had to. And my parents didn't get divorced. My grandparents, like, it wasn't a thing that, like, nobody in my family got divorced.
Right.
So then that feels yucky. And you're just like, so I had to like just make sure that like it wasn't an identity of mine. It was just something that happened to me.
Yeah. And it is really, you have to, I mean, it is a defining moment when you look at a situation and you don't say, I am that, but you say that is a whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whether it's a mistake or an error.
Yep.
But you don't say, I am the mistake. I am the problem.
Yeah.
Because if you're not walking in that anymore and you've turned your back and repented, then you're not.
Right.
And shame does not exist in that because you are not that. That's what repentance does. It cleans the slate and you, again, become a whole new person. So how can that be your identity? It just can't be. Yeah. But shame is a crippler, man.
It is.
Yep.
It is like when I was looking over what to talk about, and man, that one like flew off the page to me. I was like, man, we never talk about shame.
Yeah, no, it's true. It is.
And so many people walk in it all the while believing that they're free.
Right.
And they're not. They think, sometimes people think that walking around with shame is kind of not like a badge of honor, but it's being true to who you are. And it's not like pretending to be somebody you're not. People actually believe that if they aren't somebody who says they're an addict anymore.
Right.
Well, it's not that you carry it as a badge of honor. You carry it as a reminder so you don't become that again. That's dangerous, though. Because being an addict carries a shame, and it reminds you of a sin that you no longer are. So how can you be that very thing?
Right.
If you're a new creature in Christ and you're chasing after the Lord and you've turned your back on all that stuff, you shouldn't call yourself something you're not. And in the shame of it, because a lot of times people feel like if I don't, then people won't think that I remember who I was. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. It does.
And that makes you feel better because you're reminding these people that you remember that you were this bad person. Right. And that makes them go, oh, okay. They don't think that it can't happen again, or they think that they're above all of that, you know, and you should think you're above all of it. Yeah. If Jesus has forgiven you of it, you are above it.
And that's the world's way of handling it. Because I hate when people say, I'm an alcoholic.
Right.
Oh, I hate it.
They claim it
to.
Because it's something that they will always have and they will always live with. And it's like, man, that sucks.
I know.
And no, you're not.
Freedom.
And how can you be the very thing that you do not do?
Right.
You say you're an alcoholic. Are you still drinking?
Right. No, and these are people that have been sober for years and years and years, but they will still label themselves as an alcoholic.
In the hopes that they'll never drink again. Like, if I say this, then I won't drink again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because their hope is in that.
Right.
And not in the Lord.
Well, and if they've hurt family from it,
True.
then they want their family to realize that they know who they were.
Right.
And they're not beyond ever being that again, which is dangerous because you should never remind your family of that because that past is not good. And they should be looking at who you claim you're going to be.
Right.
Not who you were. The hope is in who you are going to be tomorrow and in 5 to 10 years from now, not in who you were in your past. Right. That's dangerous.
Right.
And like AA and stuff like that, like the world's way of like rehab and stuff, their success rate is very small.
It is small.
They're literally putting a band-aid on like a spiritual wound.
Well, because they're like every other cult out there, even though AA is not a cult. They use a small fragment of the gospel,
right,
which gives people hope because Jesus is that. They give you an element of truth in the Word of God, and then the rest of it's the world's way. If you go all God, there's success.
Literally.
But you do a cult or you do something that just has the element and taste.
Right.
Because if they do all God, you're going to offend the people who don't believe in God. And let's face it, AA makes money. Yeah. They're government-funded I was going to say company, government funded organization.
Yeah.
And they can't go all God, even though jails and stuff like that, they had the what's that when they come back again? What's that word? Recidiration or something like that. Can't remember how you say that.
I think Tracy's looking it up.
God bless you. Repeat offenders. Okay. So when the church ran the jails, the people who would come back repeating the offense was like nil.
Wow.
But then when we gave it to the government, it's like a hamster on a wheel.
Yeah.
They're going back all the time. It becomes where people are so used to the lifestyle of jail and living in a confined space that living out in the real world scares them more than getting out of the 6x5 room or cell room they're in. I mean, and you do go back because it's what you've become comfortable with. Did you find the word?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know phonics. Can you
spell it for me? Spell it for me.
RECIDIVISM.
Recidivation.
Recidivism.
Did you say TION?
No, RECIDIVISM.
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 But you can say it other. I know, but I know it's a miracle I even knew it, but I couldn't even say it. I knew there was a D and I knew there was a V. Now how they all added up, I do not know, and I couldn't put it together.
Yeah, that was fun.
But it doesn't work.
Right.
Only God.
Right. No. And that's what with shame, it's always self-focused. Yeah. Everything is me. I don't want you to be upset with me. I don't want you to feel a certain way about me. I. But then when it's all God focused, literally, there's no you anymore.
I think of Jeff and his story. Like he went the rehab route, the world's way, and he kept relapsing and kept relapsing.
Imagine
and then
that.
as soon as he did it God's way, Teen Challenge took him in.
Teen Challenge is an excellent program.
Yes.
I don't know how they are anymore. Back in the day,
it was excellent.
They killed it.
Yes, and it was the only place that would take him. And so Jeff was like, "I'm just gonna go clean up," and they were like, "Well, if you're gonna be here, you're gonna do it our way." And they have you have to attend chapel every night.
Yes,
there's scripture memorization. Like they
it's like
disciple
a
you
school,
heavily
because we used to have Teen Challenge come in. Our churches supported them big time. Like we would give. Our churches would give to that organization, and they would have teens come in.
Yeah.
I remember as a young girl,
they had a
teens
choir.
coming in.
Did they come in and sing? Yeah.
Yes, they would come in, and all the people in the choir had a story.
Yes,
and they would pull like 3 to 5 of those people out, and they would give their testimony.
Yeah,
and it was amazing. And those people went into ministry a lot of times.
Yeah, Jeff was one of them.
And it was like going back to school.
It is,
but it's a Christian school.
It is. It
was amazing.
It was amazing. And he said one day at chapel, because you have to attend chapel, he really only went there to clean up. That was his only intention.
Easy.
He's in chapel and he's looking around and he's like, why are these men, hardcore men, lifting their hands? And you can see so much peace on their faces. He's like, man, I want what they have. And he's like, all right, Lord, if you're real, I need you to show up right now. And he's like, I don't need you to show up next week. I need you to show up right now. He said, in that moment, a hand went into his heart and started pulling out shame.
Wow.
Literally started pulling, because when you're an addict,
right,
you have so much shame because you have burned every single bridge. Mm-hmm. At that point, his family wouldn't even accept a collect call from him.
Yeah.
And so he said that this hand just literally came and just started pulling out shame, pulling out regret, pulling out addiction. He never once relapsed after that. Mm-hmm. Never once.
Because that's our God.
Yeah.
And he can do it for anybody and everybody if they would just open up to it.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why the other stuff doesn't work.
Right.
But you have to get rid of shame in order to be a whole different person.
Yes.
You really do. Mm-hmm. Shame's definition is a painful emotion caused by consciousness of guilt, shortcoming, or impropriety, which is exactly what you were just saying that the Lord was doing with Jeff. But so many people live with that. And you think about the very first people who were shamed or ashamed was our great ancestors, Adam and Eve.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the first people who were shamed, what happened to them? I I was going to say rebelled, but that's not, they were disobedient. They did what the Lord told them not to do because they were deceived, but they chose that deception.
Yep.
I mean, like I've said before, Adam stood right there while Eve took the apple, and he could have said, stop. But he didn't, for whatever reason. And then when the Lord came to see them, what did they do? It says in Genesis 3:8-10, it says, when the cool evening breezes were blowing, the man and his wife heard the Lord God walking about in the garden. So they hid from the Lord God among the trees. And then the Lord called to the man, where are you? And he replied, I heard you walking in the garden, so I hid. I was afraid because I was naked. He was ashamed because he was naked. His eyes had been opened. And the thing is when you do something wrong, you usually want to hide it. If you lie, what do? You cover it up.
Right.
If you steal, if you cheat, whatever it is, you're going to try and cover your tracks the whole entire time.
Right.
At the end of the day, though, shame does not go away. Nobody may ever find out about it, but there's shame in that. Adam and Eve literally were walking with the Lord. And they go from walking with the Lord to hiding from him. How amazing is that? To be able to walk in the evenings with God himself. And then you're so stupid, which has been me in my life. So as much as I blame them, I would probably have ate the apple too. But you go from walking with the Lord to being deceived to hiding from him because you now know you're naked. And you're embarrassed.
Right.
By your nakedness. When before, you had not even a clue because your mind was so pure. You knew no sin.
Right.
What would that be like?
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know.
But it'll change your behavior. And I wrote down how. It changes your behavior because now, as soon as you feel shame, almost immediately, and I know this is true because this was me. I'm telling you the very things that caused me what I did when I felt shame. These are the 4 things that I did. I hid. I hid from my family and I hid from my friends. I left my church. I now began to fear. But I feared the very thing that I loved.
Yeah.
I feared losing it. And then I lied. Distance. Insecurity. All those things shame bring upon you. And maybe you are like, that's not me. One of them might be you, though. So here is my list that chat gave me for shame. Have you ever, some of these are me, have you ever sexually sinned, had an affair, looked at pornography, had addictions, whether it be drug or alcohol, had an abortion, which is so funny because so many women walk in shame. And I want to hit the subject very, very briefly and very hard at the same time. Lots of women have had an abortion. They have. And Tom talks about abortion, and a lot of times he leaves out this part, even though he means it. He means it like deeply. If you've had an abortion, there is no shame in that. Okay? And a lot of people who've had abortions walk around with a great deal of shame. Because at the moment, you believe the reason you're getting the abortion is for multiple reasons. Like, people will say, well, they made it sound like it was a medical procedure. And they're so afraid to have the child that when they're hearing it's a medical procedure, it makes them feel better about their decision. They find themselves in a relationship that is going nowhere, and how can they raise a child by themselves, let alone with, they don't have the means or the funds. Because a lot of college students, high school students, that's one of the reasons why. They know they're not going to marry this person. Like back in my day, and I was in high school from 81 to 85, and girls were having abortions, not like they are in high schools today. not like they are in college. Today, abortion is like a means of contraception. Back in my day, abortion was not like that. If a girl had an abortion in high school, it's because of what I just said. She knew she couldn't afford this child, and she was scared to death to tell her parents. So there's a multiple, but today, a lot of times, it's a means of contraception for people. And so once you come to the other side of it and your lifestyle is different, and sometimes even then, because I know people that have had an abortion that can't even talk about it because it bothers them so greatly that it's not something. Now, I know also people who've had an abortion and it's a private matter for them. Okay, so like it's not something that they go and they share and they exploit it or whatever. I do applaud, though, people who have had an abortion and use it as a means of teaching and say, I do respect that. I respect that greatly because they use it as a means to say, don't do what I did because you don't want to walk through what I walked through. But understand this, and you girls can, I mean, you're younger than me, so it's probably was more of a normal thing to see back in the day. But I mean, when you were younger. And even like my girlfriends, like when I graduated high school and I was out partying and stuff like that, I had a few girlfriends too. Like they were just like, I ain't having this kid. And they were with their boyfriend and who they potentially could have married. And they're like, I ain't having this kid. And I was like, holy crap, you know? Yeah, so when I say holy crap, I'm not putting them down. And it's not because of a piety that I say it. I'm just saying like, people have different reasons why. They did not feel guilty or bad. So there are the people who don't feel guilty or bad. And then there's ones that feel tremendous guilt and shame over it. And I'm just here to tell you, if you're a believer, you're forgiven. You have to like let that go. And lots of people don't. And that Tom would say, even though he speaks strongly against abortion, he would also say strongly to you, it's covered under the blood. Let it go. Forgive yourself.
Yes.
Ladies, I want to hit that topic because I do briefly but harshly or hardly. I want to hit it hard because it is such a tough topic, especially for women.
Yeah, I mean, I used to work for a pregnancy center making testimonies, videos, and part of their pregnancy center was support after abortion too. So they had like this whole other side of it. And it's, I think the hardest thing was that even if they made the decision in the moment thinking that this is like, I can't afford it and I can't this, like the dates always stick with you. So you'll always remember the date that you had the abortion. You're always going to remember the due date that they gave you. Like it doesn't really relieve anything. It just like it's that I can only imagine like how hard that would be to have to walk that out afterwards because you don't just do it and then forget about it.
Well, I know there are some that do, but for the most part, I don't know very many people. I agree with you.
I don't know anybody that's had one so far and I honestly didn't know anybody growing up that had one. I knew a girl in college and she used it as a form of contraception. But I didn't know her. I just heard through the grapevine that she had like 6 abortions. And she just didn't like, she just said it was a form of contraception for her. And then as I got older, I didn't know anybody until I entered into like the pregnancy center realm. And, and got to talk to a lot of people that now made it like a life mission for them to work in somewhere that they could help girls when they wanted to make that decision, not make that decision, and share their testimonies and stuff. So, but I know one girl, she had an abortion, and when she got pregnant again later in life, it was really hard for her to connect with her firstborn because she had so much shame for the decision that she made earlier in life that she had a hard time connecting with her firstborn because of that decision. So she almost like just didn't like she just couldn't connect because of that.
I see it in. Have you ever told me that story before?
Maybe
because I feel like I've heard that too. But I've also heard like where people have had them and then they can't have a child from it. That too. In that, and then there's so much pain from that.
Yep, I know an older woman that she never could have children after that.
It's so sad.
That is sad.
But she's made it her mission to try to stop girls from having abortions and the way they do it is a little bit like, I'd say like worldly, like they meet them where they're at. And I think if they just preach the word, like you just said, like I want to hit it hard, but like they just do it more, nice. And I think there's probably, but whatever. But she has made it like her life mission to see if she could help as many women as possible not make that decision.
That's where Romans 8:28 comes in.
Correct.
Because.
Yep.
Yeah.
So sad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I never encountered anybody who had an abortion.
But didn't you your area is really small, but you were in New York. How is that possible?
I was in but my high school had I think my middle school even had a nursery. And so they made it, there was a ton of resources. So if you did get pregnant, there was help.
Crazy.
There was help everywhere.
Okay, so wait a minute. So girls did get pregnant. They just had the babies?
Yeah, they had babies and took babies with them to, my middle school had a nursery. So they just took their babies to the nursery.
Your middle school?
Yes, my best friend Amaryllis had a baby at 15.
That's not middle school. That's high school, right? 14, 15. You get your sophomore.
I think that's ninth
you're
grade.
Ninth going into fifth, 10th.
Yeah.
Okay. I was wait a minute, what?
Yeah, no.
I'm doing the math. I'm like,
she
that
was,
ain't
but
middle
she
school.
was, 15.
That's
But
so
I do
young.
remember having the conversation with Amaryllis, my friend, because I think abortion was an option at one point for her.
Yeah.
And I just remember just talking it with her, and I was like, I will help you. I will walk this with you. And I did.
That's so
and
sweet.
she ended up having this baby, and he just had his birthday yesterday or the day before, and he's 24.
It's so crazy.
I go back to that moment where she thought she thought that was her only option, but because it was complicated, her baby daddy was the pastor's son. So it was just kind of there was shame,
Right?
A lot of shame involved.
Did he know that he was the
Yes.
father?
Yeah.
Because that's the other side I feel really bad
Yeah.
about is when guys don't know and they have no say.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't like that. I think that
heard-
is wrong.
I've
Yeah,
heard
that
of
is very wrong.
A recent one that I've heard of, the dad had no say,
Yeah.
and the person went through with it.
Yeah.
It takes two.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's your body, but hello, it should be our
But it's
choice, not your
child,
choice.
right?
Yeah.
It's
I mean, you could have that baby and give it to the dad.
right.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
Or you can just have the baby and you made a choice, and now.
Well, yeah, that,
you know?
that I mean, I'm just saying.
I know. No,
and-
you're right though. They give
But
the
I'm-
dad a chance. Right. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
If he's willing.
I know.
Yeah.
Some dads aren't, but if he's willing.
But I have heard stories where the
Yeah.
guy was broken.
Yep. Me too.
Yeah. But she ended up going through with the pregnancy, and now we have Jason, and Jason's an amazing man.
That is so crazy.
And he just turned 24, and he's working, and he's such a light to be around.
That's so cool.
That is so freaking
yeah.
awesome.
Yep.
And we were just two girls trying to figure it
I know,
out.
you were young too.
I was.
It's not like you were
How
older.
in the world? Like, seriously.
She brought Jason home, and I had a sleepover with her. So in the middle of the night, I'm just I'm holding Jason. She's making the bottle.
That's
and I'm just
crazy. You're babies.
Literally, we're
Literally.
babies with a baby.
I mean, it's good birth control.
You'll have to show her this podcast because I know.
Totally.
You were babies.
We were literal infants, and
Oh my gosh.
yeah. And she homeschooled. She got her.
She
her
homeschooled
diploma.
him?
No, she homeschooled herself.
Oh my gosh.
And got her her diploma. She overcame.
Well, here's the thing, and this is what I say to people all the time. Not all the time. I say frequently, and we say this on the podcast too. It's like what you do today determines your tomorrow. It really does. And
So true.
and it really what you invest in right now will be spiritually what you get back. It's like seed planting, right? Like if you're not watering something, you're not growing something.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people like her saying to herself, okay, my future is determined by what I do right now.
Right.
Yep.
Like, okay, so I got to be about something.
Yeah. Yep.
I just it, and that's a kid that's
She's 15.
freaking 15 years old
I know.
who realized, oopsie daisy,
Right. Right.
made a big whopping mistake here.
Yep.
I'll do the right thing,
Right.
and now I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be harder, but I'm still gonna be successful.
Yep.
It's crazy.
So good.
So good and so crazy.
It is.
So if you have, done the option of abortion, forgive yourself. Move
Literally.
on. Forgive yourself. You know what? You're going to see that baby in heaven. You know?
Yeah. Don't miss heaven because of shame.
Oh my gosh, no.
You know?
And then you know what, too? Says that the Lord's going to wipe away our tears. And it might be because we did something stupid like that. Okay? He'll wipe away those tears. You'll love on that kid. See what's become of it. Listen, in some ways, there's a positive. Can I tell you what the positive is? Is it didn't have to live hell on earth at times. I mean, literally, it escaped.
Hanging out with Jesus.
And you're hanging out with Jesus. I'm not saying do it because of that, because that's not really a true positive, but it's the only positive you can probably pull from it, is that it did go to heaven. And hello.
True. Very
Far
true.
superior than living on this earth and rolling the dice. Unless you were a really solid believer or got saved. Like was she a Christian that whole entire time?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. But not everybody does that.
Yeah.
They don't roll the dice. They still live like a hellion, and that kid
Yeah.
doesn't go to heaven. So
Yep.
criminal behavior. So many people are so ashamed that they, have a criminal past. Like, let that go. I even like the worst of the worst people who have done what the world considers the worst of the worst: murder, pedophilia, all those things. Like all of them,
Yeah.
God restores and redeems. He does. He forgives. Truth will be revealed when you prove that you are not those things.
Right.
Time shows those things, and as time shows them, you when you say I am not that, and you do not live like that, then people go, I don't know, like that was you. I would have never guessed you were in jail.
Yep.
I would have never guessed that was what you did. Because you're not that person. Like my kids, they don't know about my past. I mean, they know very, very little about my past. And I've always told them, if you want to know, I'll tell you. I mean, I don't share it with hardly anybody. I mean, Tom obviously knows the whole entire thing, but not a lot of people know it because it's not a lot of people's business. I don't go and look at other people's past because there's no glory in knowing what their life was prior to. The glory is in who they are now. So that's one of the reasons why I don't really delve into any of that with me. I would always be transparent and honest about it, but there's no glory in it. Like, I mean, like they know I was not a virgin when I got married. Now, Tom was a virgin when we got married, but I wasn't the virgin when we got married. They know that. Well, to go any further beyond that, there's no glory in that. Even knowing that I wasn't a virgin when I got married to him, even though we didn't mess around before we got married or do anything. Like, even that, them knowing that, where's the glory in knowing that I wasn't pure when I married my husband? I'm not ashamed of it, and I have no shame in it. But like my kids have told me 100 times, we don't really care because you're not that person. If you told us those things, we'd be like, well, that's not you. Like, I don't even know that person. And they don't know that person. You got to let that be you because then there's no shame in it because you don't resemble that person at all. And so you're just digging up stuff that God's like, why are you digging this up? Like, it's buried. It's gone. It's
Right.
Yep.
You have to think like that.
You have to.
And people will say it's because you're ashamed of your past, or they will tell you that you just don't want anybody to know about it. And I'm like, well, I don't really care if people know about it. I just don't know why anybody would want to know about it.
It's not even who you are.
It's not
just-
me,
it's so-
right?
and it
Like, I'm
doesn't-
not embarrassed at all.
Yeah, right.
I'm not embarrassed at all about it.
Right.
I mean, I laugh at some of it, which I should be embarrassed because some of my behaviors were deplorable. But I'm not embarrassed by it. I just don't. I'm like, I'm not even that person.
Right.
So
Right. Yep.
It's a non-topic. Like, I wouldn't want to know about anybody else's past. I don't care about who they were. And maybe that's crazy. I know a lot of people love to use their past as their testimony. And depending on what that looks like, I'm okay with it. But a lot of times, that's all somebody's ministry is their testimony.
From 30 years ago. Right. Nothing has happened since then.
If you aren't successful right now,
Right.
who cares about your testimony? Your testimony is really who you are still today because you have no ministry.
Right.
Your ministry is your testimony, and that stinks. It smells. There's nothing good from it. Like, we'll go back to Jeff Tomas.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know his. I mean, you just gave just a fraction.
Yeah.
Like, I gave a fraction of myself, right? If you knew all about his past,
Right.
okay, he doesn't look like it at all. If you knew about it, though, you'd be like,
Oh, snap.
But really, what is truly profound is who he is now and the ministry that he has today.
Correct.
Right.
That's really like the wowzer in the whole big scheme of things.
And it's literally scripture come alive. Like, he is a new creation in Christ. The old
Literally.
is gone. Behold, the new has come. Like,
And it really, he probably, if he was to ever talk about it with people, he'd be like,
I still find out things on the daily. He'll bring stuff up. I'm like, what?
yeah, well, oh yeah. Like, it's funny because I said something to Tom like a few months ago and he's like, oh, I didn't know that. And I'm like, and it wasn't anything horrible.
Right.
It wasn't, but it was more or less like, you're a nut. You're a freak kind of thing. Like, that's crazy. But
Yep.
for me, it's like dead weight. Like, talking about all that, like, seems like
It just doesn't connect
Pointless.
anymore. Right. There's no connection.
no connection.
Yeah.
So if Jeff was to start telling me all about that stuff, I'd be like, I'm bored.
Right. Tell me what
Like,
you're
this
doing
is
now.
boring to
I know.
me.
Like-
Like, I find nothing entertaining about that. Now, what he's doing now,
Right.
I'm like, what the what? Because God is like just opening doors and like
True. Yeah.
showing up and showing off in that man's life.
Yeah,
and you just sit there and go, if God does that for him,
Right.
man,
for me.
I'm no different.
Right.
Really.
That's where I'm like, that's where what it's all about. Like, so understand, like, getting beyond who you were is actually a good thing. And a lot of people will tell you it's not, but it is biblical. Like Paul said, and he was a murderer. Like he participated in martyring and putting Christians in jail and the whole nine. Like, the guy was not a good guy.
Right.
But even he didn't talk about his past. He mentioned it like once. And the rest was all about what he was doing.
True.
Good.
Because there was nothing good.
Very true.
And then people will hold it against you for the very thing you're not anymore.
Yeah.
True.
Yep.
So let it go. Lying or deception. People, I didn't think about shame being in lying and deception, but in all actuality,
Yeah.
it's true. Financial failures.
Yes.
Never even thought about this.
Yes, definitely.
But I'm like, I know people who've literally like had to file bankruptcy or had businesses fail and they are so ashamed of it. I'm like, okay, hello. Depending on what the bankruptcy's for, people do stupid. Like, when you're younger, you do stupid stuff and then you learn from it and you're like, oopsie daisy, never going to do that again. Let that go.
Yeah.
If you had a business that failed, well, you know what I say to that? At least you tried.
Right.
At least you tried to not work for the man and work for yourself. Okay, you weren't successful. You learned things from it, and you'll try something again.
Right.
There's something good.
Absolutely.
It's perspective on things too. If you're honest about why it failed, accept the reasons why it did. Be honest about those things. Move on.
Right. Most people don't even try.
They don't try. They don't try. And I'm like, I never thought about that though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
True.
Definitely.
That's crazy. Divorce definitely makes sense. That one makes parenting mistakes.
Oh,
yeah.
That
for
one makes
sure.
sense big time to
Definitely.
me. Business failures, which we touched on. Losing a job. Like, I would have never thought somebody would feel shame about losing a job.
True.
Like, I'm like, bye. See ya.
Yeah.
Like, If you lose your job, there's multiple reasons. Sometimes it was you. You fix it. You find a new job.
Yeah,
you do better.
Right. Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Some people will find their identity in what they do.
True. Or they feel like they give everything to their job, and then these people didn't appreciate me, and now they just threw me out. Like I'm nothing.
But where's the shame in that? Because I think that that's more about being kind of like
Pride.
Well, but I think if you,
Yeah.
if like if I came in every day and did all this and I like was like, oh, this is like, I could do the podcast, and all of a sudden you're like, peace out, Tracy. I'd be like, but I like, what do you mean? Like, it's like,
yeah, but
I
would
think-
you have shame in that?
No, I wouldn't. But I'm just saying, I think people could have like this built an identity around it. Like there's a podcast and there's youth, and all of a sudden then you're just like, okay, I'm firing you. And that was like an identity. That was like something that I did. And now when people ask, I have to be like, oh yeah, I don't do that anymore.
I guess there could be
You
shame
know,
in that.
where you're just like,
and
you
then
have
you're
to
trying to explain why you're not.
I can't be on the podcast
and trying
anymore.
to make sure that people know.
And then
it
like,
wasn't
but
me.
I was
it
trying
was them.
so hard, right? Yeah. It was all hope,
It's not me. It's them.
right?
Instead of when you're breaking up with someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
probably the
not
after.
you, it's me.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the after part when you have to like explain to people,
Yeah.
like that part of it.
That's true.
Because yeah, you can just move on, but everybody's gonna know. Like,
And I've always got kind of like the screw you mentality.
I know.
But
Not
that's
everyone's
true.
wired that way.
Not everybody's wired that way.
I'm like,
No.
I mean, if somebody was like, do you have that job in mind? Like, no. What? They fired me. But I'm like, I got it something better. I don't care. I never would be like,
Or
but
like
here's
the-
the reason why.
Right. Or like
It wasn't me.
The fear of man too, like where you go in and you're like, hey, I'm gonna do a good job, and you didn't do a good job, and then you get fired for not doing a good job, but then you're like, oh, I let somebody down. Like you don't really associate like those situations.
I
with letting
might
people-
though if
Oh,
I,
okay,
you know
okay,
what though,
okay.
if I really tried really hard and I
Yeah.
thought I did a really good job,
didn't.
and they fired me,
Yeah.
because I am a person that really like, if
Okay.
I do a job, I really try and do a really good job.
Right.
I might feel like that.
Interesting. Wow. I figured you'd be like, meh, I tried.
Well,
Because I do know people that were fired and they went in and like they actually were really good at what they did. And then something just like a new season of life or they had like stuff going on and they didn't do a great job and they actually had to
if
be
I
let
really
go.
liked them,
Yeah.
if I really liked them, I might be like that.
And they
If I
did.
didn't really like them,
Right.
I'd be pissed off and
Yeah.
I'd be like, screw them.
Okay. So
Be like, they just
there's
lost the
shame
best
one.
thing that ever walked into that joint.
As you should.
Yeah,
As you
that's
should.
probably how I would feel. But if I liked them and I thought I disappointed them, I might feel like that
Okay.
actually.
All right.
Even though I would be like, I was doing a really good job. I would probably start questioning myself.
Oh, see?
wow.
And that's
Did
what
I
shame
really
will
do
do.
great?
That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I never thought about it like that.
Okay.
We got 2 minutes. All right. Not reaching goals, academic struggles, feeling like they wasted years of their life, which is what you
Yes.
said.
Yes. Yeah. For
Broken
sure.
promises. That one I get.
I do too.
That one I get.
Yeah. That one. for
Growing
sure.
up in poverty. When I read that one, I went,
Totally.
that's, I would have never wrote that one down though.
No, me either.
But people live in shame because of how they grew up.
Oh, yeah.
And then they constantly live like they have to prove something to people. And they become
Yes.
controlling
So
because
it's
of
an
it.
identity.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
We're going to hit the rest of this on next Friday, but I'm going to finish this list and we're going to get the heck out of here because we got 2 minutes. Having dysfunctional parents.
Oof.
Probably like addicts and stuff like that because you're always having to lie for them.
Or you're parenting them.
Or parenting them,
Oh,
or he's
gosh,
making
yeah.
up excuses for them. Like, well, it's
Yeah.
just that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's so true.
True.
Abuse in the home.
Yep.
I never thought about the shame of having parents that were addicted,
Oh yeah.
but that's
Sure.
true.
For sure. 100%.
Family scandals. I would have never wrote that one down, but that one's right.
Yes.
Because I've known people that had
Yes.
parents that had affairs and that were in prominent positions in the
Yeah.
church.
Yep.
And there is some shame and embarrassment with that.
Yep.
For the kids, especially, along with the one that, obviously did it. But
Yeah.
weight.
Ooh.
Weight. Can you believe that?
Yes.
Now, listen, I
can
was fat and
actually.
proud, but I didn't like being fat and proud.
Yeah.
I mean, fat and skinny, or skinny and
Right.
proud is way better.
True.
But people have shame with weight.
Yes.
No, that's very
No,
true.
that's very
Or if
valid.
they're
Which
like
I
really, really skinny and they don't want to be really, really skinny.
That was me.
You know? because there's.
But I had no shame in that. I just
Okay.
really didn't want to be really, really skinny.
Okay. Because people will say like, do you eat? And like,
Yes.
And then the other, yeah.
And you're like,
Flip side,
nonstop.
do you stop eating?
exactly.
But you know what? That's wild because I would have never thought weight would make people feel shameful. Because I'm like, if you weigh that weight,
Right.
you either want to be that weight or you try and you're not able to lose it. But there's no shame in the game because you're actually trying.
Yeah,
I wouldn't think that
that's
there's shame
true.
in it.
That's true. But then you feel
there is.
shameful.
What is that?
Then you feel shameful because you're not meeting your goal, which is one of the things.
Oh, yeah,
like,
that's true.
but like, and then
Give
also
the program
like,
hope.
and then and then the clothes, and looking at yourself and being like,
And comparing yourself to others.
right, other people. Yeah,
And
like Pastor Tom said, if you
making yourself smaller so you don't
True.
like stand out in a crowd.
True. Pastor Tom always says, the people that like lose like weight quickly when you're losing weight because you're like,
that is true,
it
girl.
is so true. And then you're
Because
like,
now that I'm on the end of always having to watch what I eat,
Yeah.
it is true.
It
You're
is
always
true.
like, God, I hate them.
see, shame.
I hate them. Appearance, aging.
Yeah.
Aging.
Oh, I know.
Aging.
I'm
Oh
very
my gosh.
aware of what my neck looks like.
Same.
Really? I'm like 59 now. 59. Mm-hmm. I don't feel ashamed.
Good.
Good.
Are you
Are you going to be ashamed?
I don't think I will, but I'm just very aware of what my neck is doing
Oh,
right now.
I'm always doing this. I'm always doing this when I'm putting
I'm
lotion on
applying
it.
everything up.
Yes.
Yeah, everything's got to go up.
Me too.
But I'm not ashamed. I'm actually
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm
very
okay
happy
being
about
40.
that. Why do
Yeah.
you think people feel, we got to hurry. Why do you think people feel ashamed about age?
Because society, it's the way the society
you're
has
you're
built
old
it.
and
yeah, you're
like-
no longer useful.
right.
Yeah, but you can be.
Right. Of course,
That's
we know
the
that.
mindset.
We know that.
Yeah. But like as you get older, like we don't need you work in the workforce anymore. But when you're in ministry, like your mind kind of like knows that
Yeah.
it's not like society says like you go to school and you get this great degree and then you work in this incredible job and then when then you're done and we don't need you anymore.
You know what I think? You know what? If I didn't have this job, I'd be thinking, and I'm delusional. I'm telling you right now, I'm sure I'm delusional.
Okay.
But I'd be like, whoever got me is dang lucky, man. I'm going to work everybody else under the table. They need to hire me.
You won't understand that one. The
Yeah,
work
no.
one and the age. Because you just embrace.
You're a unicorn.
You are a unicorn.
Yeah, but like, do you think that I'd be delusional because nobody would hire me?
Interesting. Well, what if nobody would hire you? Would
That's
you
what
feel
I'm
shame?
saying.
Like if you went out and you were like trying to
No,
go, and
I
everybody's
probably
like,
wouldn't feel shame. I probably think these people are freaking idiots. I'm a golden,
But what if it was
I'm
like
a diamond
10?
in the rough because you put me in there, coach, and I'm
No.
gonna.
But like, what if you kept applying and you never got a job?
I'd be pissed probably.
No shame though.
I don't know.
Especially if you found out like a younger person got hired in your position, would that bring shame?
I don't know. I might think that they're stupid.
Okay,
Like,
good.
I might be
So
like,
everybody
there's
take a
so
note
much
from
more
Hope.
wisdom here than
Right,
that right there.
correct.
Like, what are you doing?
I know.
But I
But
don't
they-
know if there'd be
But that's
shame.
illegal, right?
But they
don't have to tell you at your age.
They're not going to tell you,
Discrimination.
but you're going to realize all these younger people are
everybody
getting
keeps
hired.
getting a job and I don't. 60 over here ain't getting hired. There's a reason. I don't know if I would feel shame.
Okay.
That's a good question.
All right.
Huh? Because I think I might be delusional on that, but I don't know if I'd feel shame. I might be delusional in thinking people would want me.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I am delusional in thinking people would want me. But
I don't know.
the thing is, like for me, I'm like, I got a proven track record. I got a proven track record in
Right,
sales.
right.
I've always been in the
Right.
top.
Yep.
Like any admin work I've ever done, I've always done stellar work. Like I don't know. Like I would think your track record speaks for itself. So why wouldn't they want you? But what you're saying is true.
Right. And they could probably pay somebody less than they'd have to pay you.
Yeah,
or
that's true.
you'd want. So that usually is an issue too.
Yeah, that's true too.
And AI. They could just
And
hire AI.
There's AI.
And there's AI.
Yeah, and then there's AI. That's why you got to do all the blue collar jobs, electrical, mechanical work,
Yep.
any
You got to.
plumbing,
Yeah.
things like that. Those jobs will never be gone.
It won't. It'll be a
Everybody
really long
else,
time.
you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. If you're in
Good luck
customer
with that.
service.
We're gonna keep going really fast.
Yep.
Scars,
Oh.
scars, like and disabilities. What, like, are they meaning like scars down your
Do you-
arm? I should have asked.
Do you have shame from your scar?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I have this massive scar on my arm. And I always
I've
make up
never
a
seen
story.
it. Oh, I have a big, huge dent in my leg, and I have one too. It literally looks like I got shot in the leg.
Oh my God.
And so I always say
stabbed.
I would believe
got
it.
shot.
Hope. I would believe it.
I look like I've been stabbed in my arm.
It does look
and
like
so
this.
I go,
It
I
does.
got this in a gang fight.
Oh my
No.
gosh. And how did you get it really?
I had a lump removed.
I had a boil. Our stories aren't that great.
No, it's so boring.
with the
Mine
other
came
ones,
from
please.
a boil, and yours came from
lump.
And then not even like a,
lump
it was
being
like a
removed.
fat lump, like a fatty lump.
Yeah, which is a lymphoma.
Yeah,
Lymphoma was a lymphoma.
yeah.
Yeah, that's no good.
No.
Both of ours stink.
Yeah.
Stick with your other
But
stories,
people do
please.
believe me when I say I got.
Oh, I would
got
totally
shot
believe
in my
you.
leg
I would believe
because it
you.
looks like a perfect bullet wound.
And you were crazy.
Yeah, but this
You did
happened when
crazy
I was like
things.
10.
I still would have believed you.
So funny. Illness, physical limitations, feeling unattractive, anxiety. You know, we're going to go over these later.
Okay.
Because it's now almost 5 minutes. We're
Yeah.
going to see you on. We got things to do, people.
We gotta
We got to
do some
schedule.
stuff.
We got to
Yes.
do some stuff.
We got some
We're
important
out of
things.
here. Peace. Bye.